Japanese artist and musician Yoko Ono became world famous in the 60s thanks to her relationship with Beatles star John Lennon. Let's find out what John Lennon's widow is doing today. To set the stage, Yoko Ono was born on February 13, 1933 in Tokyo. She comes from a wealthy family of bankers. During her childhood, she lived with her family in San Francisco for a few years, but returned to Japan in 1938. There, Yoko attended music school, learning to play the piano and how to compose. She had her first public performances as a child. After the end of World War II, she completed her schooling and began studying philosophy. In 1952, she returned to America with her family. From 1956 to 1963, Yoko was married to Japanese composer Toshi Ichiyanagi. Shortly after the divorce, she married U.S. film producer Anthony Cox. On August 8, 1963, their daughter, Yoko Chan Cox, was born. In 1966, a Japanese woman met John in London. 3 years later, and after Yoko's divorce from Cox, John Lennon and Yoko Ono got married in Gibraltar. They were not only husband and wife, but collaborators in the music industry. They were also very committed to the peace movement and human rights. In 1969, they organized the War is Over poster campaign. In 1975, their son Sean was born. Around this time, the couple withdrew from the public eye. After a 5-year hiatus, they began working together on the album Double Fantasy, which was released in November 1980. The next month, though, saw one of the most tragic events in the world of music. John was shot dead on December 8, 1980, in front of the Dakota Building in New York where he and Yoko lived. After the tragic death of her husband, Yoko Ono continued to make music, bringing to fruition some of the ideas she and her husband had had before his death. The widow also set out to keep the work and life of John Lennon in the public eye as a memorial to him. Among other things, the albums she published in the 80s reference the tragedy. Yoko Ono still works today as a conceptual artist and musician. Her art and statements are often polarizing. She also continues her fight for human rights and peace in the world. As one might expect, her personal loss has emboldened her. In 2018, she released the album Warzone. In 2019, her art piece entitled Add Color, Refugee Boat was designed to create solidarity with refugees by way of participatory art. Although Yoko Ono is now 87 years old, the Japanese woman keeps up with current events and shares her latest projects via her social media accounts.